Hey everybody, welcome to Capcom but secretly, it's Christmas. You know why?
Dude,
Why?
Eh,
it's
well,
always
tell me the
snowing.
answer. No, because at the end of the year, I usually do something by SNK, but the end of the year this year, I don't see a window of opportunity with our plans. So it's Christmas in July because I'm talking about a game for the Neo Geo Pocket Color today. Welcome back, everybody. I'm talking about SNK versus Capcom Card Fighters Clash, which came out December 21st of 1999. This is the first SNK versus Capcom or Capcom versus SNK property to come out because it came out 9 days before the Capcom versus SNK Match of the Millennium fighting game came out on December 30th, 1999. So this is Capcom and SNK's first crossover by 9 days. It is a game for the Neo Geo Pocket Color that is very similar in nature to a game that I talked about previously on the show. Back in Pokéwary 3, I talked about the Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy. This game has a lot of similarities to that game while I was playing it. It has a very simple setup with the story. You actually have two different versions of the game. I play it on Switch. Switch version gives you both options. So you have an SNK version or a Capcom version you can choose from. I chose Capcom just to stick with the theme. And you get to choose between a boy and a girl. Boy name's Cap, the girl name's Common, and I think on the SNK version the boy name's Shin and the girl name's Kay. And you are basically just trying to become the best Capcom SNK Capcom card fighter player you can. As a very Pokemon-esque setup where you're walking around these little worlds. You take on battles. When you beat a battle, you get an SC coin, and you have to get enough coins to enter the final league, kind of like the Elite Four. And you have to battle your way through that. Um, Very charming game from the visual standpoints. There's not a lot of like RPG style games for the Neo Geo Pocket. In fact, there's only like 80 something games for the Pocket. So most of them are like arcade style games that SNK are known for. The actual battle mechanics in this game are very cool, but it's also very similar to the Pokemon trading card game or Magic the Gathering, but dumbed down, which isn't a bad thing. So the card game works is like you have different cards based on different Capcom or SNK characters, and each character has like their health points and I guess skill points that contribute to your overall fighter. The goal of each match is to take out your opponent's overall life points. And what's cool is that they introduce some like fighting game mechanics within the card game. Like there's chip damage, which is something you should know from fighting games if you play a lot of fighting games. So chip damage works is like even if your card takes damage, its health will deplete, and if it goes back into your deck, next time you get that card back out, it'll still have that amount of health. So there is like a certain amount of strategy there that kind of leans into the fact that all of the characters that you're playing as and like seeing are from fighting games for the most part. There's a lot of Street Fighter and a lot of King of Fighters characters, but there are also some other cool ones that you see. I got really happy anytime I saw Resident Evil stuff because this is 99 and Resident Evil had just popped off, so it's really like Resident Evil 1 and 2 characters that pop up, and the cards have like these really cool chibi artwork. So like to see like chibi version of like Leon from like Resident Evil 2 or like Nemesis or something was super cute and cool. And then they had other characters from like Mega Man. They had characters from Ghosts and Goblins, characters from Darkstalkers, a lot of 90s series, and there's a bunch of SNK stuff too, of course, Metal Slug, King of Fighters, Fatal Fury. So it was cool just seeing the cards and like the artwork. And like every time I would win a fight, I would get new cards, and it was always cool to be like, oh shit, I got Roll from Mega Man. Yeah, this is a really cool game. The version that's on Switch is the original release. They did do a second one that came out in 2001. That was the second expansion edition, which added different cards and characters. For some reason, that's not on the Switch version. Hopefully, it'll be added later. because SNK has been re-releasing a lot of their Neo Geo Pocket games, and Capcom has actually let them use their properties because they've also released the fighting game, which is a Capcom versus SNK fighting game on the Pocket Color, and the Mega Man game for the Pocket Color has also been released. So maybe down the road they'll do the second expansion on Switch as well. I'll be interested in playing that. And there was also a follow-up on the DS. I never played it. Apparently, it came out in 2006. But I was reading about it because I am interested, and apparently SNK had to replace cartridges because there was a game-breaking bug where you couldn't progress through like the ninth floor of some tower in the game. So I bet that was annoying if you're playing through this. I wouldn't say lengthy, but you're playing through this battling RPG, and you get stuck with this game-breaking bug. But apparently, that's a game also. That was their last game in this little side franchise of a side franchise.
You said it was like Pokemon. Like how do you get other people?
It's like the Pokemon trading card game.
Okay.
So yeah, when you win a battle, you get cards. Yeah.
You get to pick a card or something like that after you win.
They give you 3 cards, and there's 2 types of cards. There's the character cards and there's ability cards. And then you just kind of like edit your deck to, which cards you want to have in your deck.
Yeah, I didn't know this game even existed.
No, you do, and it's on the Switch.
How many cards are there to pick from, generally?
300 something cards.
Oh.
Overall, I believe. And the first edition. I don't know about the expanded edition, but the first edition, yeah, I believe it's over 300 cards.
You have duplicates?
Not many. Oh, what?
You have duplicates?
Yes, you get duplicates, and you can place them in your deck. So, like, you can have as many duplicates as you want in your deck. Like, I always kept, because, different characters have different values. So, like, the characters that I would get cards for that meant more, like, characters like Ryu, obviously, was, like, a good card for offense. I would keep him, multiples of Ryu in my deck. That way, whenever I would draw his card, I always had a good offensive player on my, on my bench.
Do they have any like animation or anything for when you do attacks?
Not really. It's the Neo Geo Pocket is basically a Game Boy Color, style system. So not really. It's impressive that like they got the character artwork to look as good as it did, but yeah, it's not really any. You just see a number go down on either the card you attack or the player's overall life you attack.
Man, I'm trying to find reviews. Well, I'm not really looking that hard, but on the Wikipedia for this, it sums all of them together. For some reason, I can't look at.
Yeah, I got that brought up too. Yeah,
so that's a bummer because I was looking at the reception to see how well this did, and from what I can glean, the first 2 or so are pretty highly regarded. But the only reception I'm getting is for the DS one, which, like you said, is literally broken. And I'm reading Game Revolution's review of it, and it's awfully harsh. It says,
yeah.
Well, I guess understandably so, but it says, takes everything I remember about playing tradable card games, highlights the bad parts, and then breaks.
I am interested in trying the DS one. Of course, I have an R4, so I can always make sure I get like the patched version, I guess.
Yeah.
Put on there, but yeah, apparently their little comeback they didn't do too well.
That's so weird because Japanese companies usually have pretty good quality control. I'm surprised they botched that one.
And that, honestly, that says nothing about Capcom because it was SNK. These are SNK developed games.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they just kind of have the Capcom property. The way it works, because at Capcom SNK they had like a good relationship there for a while with like crossing over. And so the way it would work was that if a game is called Capcom versus SNK, that was a Capcom developed game, and then vice versa. If it was an SNK versus Capcom game, that was an SNK developed game.
So what you're saying is that for Capcom Month, you played an SNK game?
With Capcom characters. That's a Capcom crossover, yes. Because where the hell am I going to squeeze SNK stuff at the end of the year this year? I'm not. There's no room for it.
Terry.
And I have to do
Terry, have at it.
I have to do one a year. That's my rule.
Terry, go get him. Get him in the comments.
I could have. Hey, look! At least I didn't do Pocket Adventure, Sonic Pocket Adventure again.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But I did do another Pocket game. It's been cool seeing them release because they've done. Okay, so some of the games you can buy individually. I actually bought this one individually, but they actually released full like Pocket collections on the Switch. So you can. I have the first one, which is mainly a bunch of fighting games and Metal Slug and like a few little oddities. But they have a second one out now, which includes this game. But I didn't want to buy the collection. I just I bought like this game and the Mega Man one off of it, like separately. But it's just cool to see them release Neo Geo Pocket games on the Switch because it's not that common of a console.
Yeah. Well, it kind of makes sense to do it, right? Because theoretically, it's a new game for so many people instead of it'd be like a new experience.
Yeah, I mean, well, they've released like all their fucking Neo Geo games 100 times, so putting their like Pocket games or stuff like that would be really cool. Or like Neo Geo had a 3D console, the Neo Geo 64 arcade system that they never released those games at all. So that's my next hope is that they do those because they never go anywhere. But
just in our hearts.
No, this game's cool. If you like card battlers and you like Pokemon style games, like it's fun.
Did you purchase it on the Switch or is it part of the online thing?
Both. No, it's part of it's part of the Pocket, the Neo Geo Pocket Collection 2. Okay. But I actually bought it separately because they sell them separately for like $7. So I actually just bought the game by itself.
Yeah, they got like every Samurai Showdown on there. $7.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's a Capcom.
Leon's cute. Leon's little chibi face is fucking cute. I just want to say that.
I like Chun-Li.
Chun-Li's chibi. Chibi Lee.
Chibi Lee.
Chibi Lee.
Kicking in my heart.
Kicking in my balls.
Yeah, I'd let her.
You let her kick you in the balls?
Yeah, I'd demand it. I'd ask for it.
She'd be like, get mowed.
You're about to get mowed.
Better shave it first.
Just like walking around with a sign, pay me $5 and I'll kick you in the balls.
Oh my god.
I'm just like, sign me up.
I'm running to the bank. Give me all my money.
Give me all my $5.
Give me all the $5 I own.
Do you have Venmo? I just pay you now.
Can I pay you in cryptocurrency?
Yeah. Use cryptocurrency to get Chun-Li to kick me in the balls.
I use like cryptocurrency to get Chun-Li to kick me in the balls.
Be sure to get your receipts.
I'm sure I'll have 2 very swollen receipts.
Oh, I didn't mention there's an area because you go to like different areas to battle cards in this game. I forgot to mention this, and you fight different people, of course. And there's one area that is the Spencer Mansion from Resident Evil 1, and you get to fight somebody named Mikami, as in Shinji Mikami, as in Mr. Resident Evil himself.
Wow,
cute. Which was cute.
It's a little nod.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.